I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is June 25th, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, I want to try to make this short. It's going to be, there's a lot to talk about. In trading, there's a lot to talk about every day. There's stuff I miss every day. There's stuff we don't talk about every day. So if if these 20-minute videos are too long for you, then you're not ready to win. I mean, and just my opinion. I used to, I eat 3-hour lectures for breakfast. So, so you just understand that, right? Getting back to the video, as you see, we've been talking about this flow here, right? So I also yesterday I was giving some ideas that we would like to come down and maybe attack these areas. Now, I'm not saying this is out of the picture, but what I was saying is that we're supposed to have this kind of movement down and come back up. Now, we could end up being here by July 1st. So do we come down one more time here and get into here and then pull up? I don't know. I'm not saying that the historical data is going to be perfect or exact. I'm just kind of flowing with that because it does make sense. But the thing is that when we came and took out these lows yesterday, that could be good enough for it to go back up. Like coming down here is something that I would like to see. Doesn't mean it has to. I mean, we cleared that. We did tap into this daily imbalance. I mean, and for the short term, it's good enough. But how can you not be married to something and keep it moving, right? So when I'm waking up, please understand, for the Asia people and London people, the Asia, of course, tough, but London, you get a sweep here, right? You get a sweep of yesterday's low, and then you're getting this push off. So first of all, some people call it turtle soup. I call it liquidity rating. Like that, I guess you can call it a turtle soup trader, but I never called it that. I've seen this manipulation when I first started in the markets before anyone even had a name for it. If they had a name for it 30 years ago, then fucking they had a name for it. But I mean, it doesn't mean I don't see this. So I mean, I don't take a trade unless a raid has happened, period. Right? So with that being the case, I'm waking up and I'm here at 9 o'clock. Okay? So, and we had news at 10 o'clock, but I'm already seeing this shift. If you don't see this shift above here and that being support, then you really need to go back into price action. So this is what saved my day for me. We're not saved it. This is what outlined the day for me. So, for example, because if someone's asking, well, what's your bias? How do you know which direction you're going? I simply look at the simple open, high, low close of a day. And what does that look like? And in this case, it was a bullish day. How did I get that signal? Well, because we've made a low, we made a lower high. We came down, made a lower low. Now, this wasn't closing. This wasn't like, it didn't keep going down. For example, like this price action here. From this low, right? This barely touched it. Nothing closed below it. I don't even think on the 1 minute it closed. But the point is that this shift up, we get above the midnight open. We get above this candle. We're sitting here at this 1:30, 15-minute AM candle. So I already see these higher lows right here. And when and keep in mind, this is also a speaker. The point of origin is here. I would like to claim it this 4 p.m. candle from yesterday closing. This 4 p.m. candle, can you see we have a low and a high there? So we make highs and then we break that, we take that low. So highs, lows, nice speaker there. We bust out of it. Now when we're here, here's another speaker. Highs, lows. You see that? All right. So I'm going to transfer to this 1 minute chart here real quick, just to show you this price action. So outlining the day also, if I'm looking at it fresh and I'm coming to the screen, I'm looking at it like, okay, well, right now at 9:30, let's just say 9:30, because I'm ready at 9:30. 9:30 is sitting right here. Okay, I got what do I got above me? I got a speak. I'm in the middle of a speaker. We've already got highs here. We've got lows here. See these lows, lows, lows. We got those lows, those highs. All right, look, where's the 830? 830 is right here. The low of 830, so to speak, right? So when I'm buying and I'm already at this point, yes, I have mentioned coming down here and looking in here. But when I'm here at 930, what do I see? I see a shift above this high. That's a lower low, lower high, lower low. We bust above it. So that's a shift for me. Not only that, I outline the rest of the day as well. I look at this high right here. Nice liquidity. I have also this imbalance here. If you look at on the 4 hour, let me zoom in for you. When you look at this 4 hour right there, so I'm looking to also attack that. I'm also looking to go above it and use it as support if we're bullish, right? These are all price action ideas that I've already got outlined. So 930 opens right here. When 930 opens, I got this big, nice imbalance right here and a gap. I'm not highlighting any of that. I guess I could do it. But if I go to a 30 second, I actually put a limit order sitting right here, but you can only see it on a 30 second. So I will go to a 30 second just to show you what I was doing. I literally put a limit order and it worked out so fucking beautiful. Right there. So first of all, we have two gaps. So that gap, and then we had that gap right there. I literally put a limit order like right here. I didn't put it here. I put it here because I miss trades all the time. I literally put the limit order right there, right? So let me go into this trade so you can see it. And let me go back to the 1 minute. Try to make this short. There's so much to talk about, but beautiful fucking day, man. But this imbalance right here, big eyesore. I mean, if you don't see that as a potential area to sell from, I mean, you gotta read price better. But let me just go to this. So right there, I get filled. Okay, I put it right there. As you see on a 1 minute, it's sitting right there. But on the 30 second, it was where I was just mentioning. Price peaks up, right? Beautifully. My stop loss is above 50% of that imbalance. If it's going any higher than this, I don't really want to be involved. Let's put it that way. And it's a small risk for me. I'm good with this trade. Sure enough, we tap right in. Where am I going with this? This is the model right here. The model of the day for me in the beginning of the day was when we're bullish, and I understand this shift is here. When we're bullish, I'm looking for a retrace back to wipe out liquidity. In this case, on the 15 minute, it would be right here. So the 15-minute liquidity here, I want to raid that, get into one of these imbalances. We're going to tap these down candles. Look at all these down candles. All right, nice demand block there with the midnight open price sitting there. And what's more important as well is the opening range gap 50%. I mean, very clear, very clear. All right, over here, we're going to an oversold area. On the RSI, this is a good place to take the profit. Beautiful trade. Now, here's what I do. And this is where I used to make a lot of mistakes. I used to make a lot of mistakes back in the day where in this same setup, I would not take the profit and then not take the buy. And then the buy would come up and then it would take me. Not only would I not have taken the profit, but then I would have missed the buy. So the reason why I'm mentioning this right now is so you can remember this for the rest of your fucking life. All right. This is very key. Now, once you get here, for me, this is taking a buy here. And also, I'm not dragging it out, but you could see right there, there's a 1 hour, not 1 hour. There's a 15-minute inversion imbalance, that down candle. So let me go to it real quick. This is all these videos are so fucking valuable. I never had anybody explain the day every day like this, dude. Like, kidding. But man, so right here, that down candle I was talking about, where is it? This one right here, this 2 a.m. down candle. If you drag that out, you can see how price dips right into there too. So nice area. Also, if you look at this 230 up candle on the 15 minute, this is being act as a support as well, right? So has a low high and a lower low, and bust through it. So anyways, now I screenshotted it right here on this candle, this 938 candle, literally while it's poking down. I take the profit and I take this buy. I literally get filled right here. Fucking beautiful trade. What my initial goal was to take out this high at minimum. This high right here. This little pool that they've created. This little pool right here that they created right here with this high and this high, right? So we also have that high, which is the 15-minute candle, the high right there, the up candle from yesterday, not the 15-minute, 3 o'clock candle right there. So right there is what creates that 4-hour imbalance I was talking about. So it's a liquidity plus the imbalance right there, right? And sure enough, that is the second target. Now guess what? Where I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball so many times today, but still profitable. And then you guys are wondering, why you only show wins? You're always profitable every day for years. How is that? Well, let me tell you something. The mistakes that I make, I don't put them on here all day, every day. I tell you when I lose trades. And there's every day that I do the review, I don't tell you every single trade that I lost. I'm showing you the wins only because of the fact that you need to program your mind to see these wins and see how they look like, right? But I mean, I could talk about losses all day. It's no big deal. But the point of me saying that is that, okay, so for example here, I took this fucking buy and I got stopped out with this 939 candle. What happened to me, and I was so pissed, dude. But the 939 candle, this one right here, I was in on this 938 right here. The 939 pushes down. What did I do? I put my stop loss a little bit below the midnight price, which would have been underneath the 937 candle. And I should have just kept my damn stop loss where I had it underneath the 938. What I did is this 939 peaked down and I had it a little bit too high. I had it like right here. And, you know, it took me out. And I was like, motherfucker. And then at that moment, my mind's playing tricks on me. I'm like, oh, will we come a little bit lower maybe? Will we come to this 70, the last 25% here? And then I started looking at this 15-minute imbalance right here. Because notice how we didn't break this 430 candle below. It's still above that, which is a great sign to buy from here. But I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's coming down. It might just tab in here and then take off, because there's also an inversion imbalance right here on this 3 o'clock candle. You're like, dude, draw it, man. I'm like, look, I can't spend all this time here. But if I do that, this is the original one I was talking about, that inversion imbalance, while I was trying to buy from here. Perfect level. It's the same level as the 50%. The 50% of that is the same level as the opening range, which is crazy. But I didn't even measure it. I just knew the price was in there. I didn't have to do this. Damn, this video is gonna be fucking long. So I was thinking about that the price might drop into here, but I was correct the whole time. And it just took me out. All I had to do is get back in. And then even with this 940, the price comes down in and it gets into the middle of the wick of the 939. I was like, bro, buy it. And because of this loss and because of the idea of coming into here, I froze and I missed a buy. So anyways, missed this whole trade. So now I got to sit back and wait, because now I know 10 o'clock is coming. We got news. Anyway, price comes up, takes out that liquidity right there, and then retraces hard. Comes back into this imbalance right here, which is the 941. Comes right back into there, taps this down candle, this 937. Look at the open. It's the same fucking level. Sure enough, I didn't buy there either. But it's literally 9:55 and the 10 o'clock news is coming out. So I'm sitting on my hands. Anyways, but what does it do? When it comes back down and it wipes out that piece of liquidity, which is almost sitting at 50% of this imbalance on the 941. You're like, dude, draw it. I just don't want to be here forever, because I know I'm going to be here forever. Jesus. So the point is that it takes out that liquidity. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because you're going to understand this moment in a second. So technically this is a new high. Okay, right here, this is a new high, and that's a higher low. right? I didn't buy from here either. Reason why I didn't buy from here because I don't like buying from here. Number one. Number two, it was before the news, so no, thank you. No big deal. Understand, moves are coming. More moves are coming. Anyways, price shoots up here. All right, price shoots up, makes a new high. And what are we doing here? Well, now we've got above that inversion imbalance on the 4 hour, that 4 hour imbalance right there. Let me delete this. That 4 hour imbalance right here. So I understand that, right? We come back down and we bounce on it. Okay, cool. I'm not interested. Still bounces up, takes out that piece of liquidity. Now, when it takes out this piece of liquidity, when the price came here and it came back, what did it do here? It came down to wipe out all of the push out artists. But look on the 15-minute clearly, and I ended up being right. I could have been wrong, but I was still right. If you look at this right here, that's this low right here, this 1015, this low, which is that low on the 1 minute. When we took out this liquidity and came up, I was like, you know what? This is a great time to sell because why? If you take a look, I'm going to zoom in on the 15-minute. Look how we don't seal that price. See how we don't seal that price? And it's a 15-minute imbalance. See that 15-minute imbalance that it created? So the push out artists were getting money from here. Well, they were getting money from down here, but from here they didn't get this low didn't take that out. Did it have to? No. Was it showing support from the 4 hour inversion imbalance here? Yes. But I ended up being right. I took this sell to here and I came back into here. Now I wanted to take out that low, but I took the picture of it being here. So which obviously it did. So the price, I took this sell when we peaked up. At this moment, we have a divergence here going on right here from here to here to here to here. See that? See that divergence? So that was what I used, and it worked. Sure enough, I took the sell, came down. And what I'm doing is base hits here, just fucking base hits. I'm looking for base hits. I didn't realize today was going to be such a big day the way it was, but I was done early. But I screenshot it here just to show you the idea of the support. You can see it. I got it outlined. And then sure enough, we came in, we took out that piece of liquidity right there. But this is me taking the profit early. Not trying to be right, but me understanding I'm taking the profit here. I don't care if it bounces from here or it comes underneath here. Okay, that's this trade here. Okay. And you know what? I'm really tired of showing trades because I don't want to make you think that, you have to be like me or this is what good looks like or normal looks like, and it's like, I just want to be able to teach, man. But I feel like I'm obligated to show you every fucking trade I take. But anyways, so took a loss here, no loss up here. Took a loss here. I did take a loss, what's it called? Here. I tried to take this trade right here and it ended up wiping me out. I left it alone. So there's another loss. I'm not going to go through each one. I don't need to take screenshots of my losses. If I'm trading, I'm not fucking focusing on my losses. Yes, I'm watching my risk and I'm making sure they're small. Any losses that I have are small, but I'm focusing on trying to win, right? So I'm not going to be taking screenshots of no losses. I'll just tell you what they are, man. Anyways, then we sweep below. Now this is a nice support because why? We have the inversion balance here. Take a look here. We have this candle that back to that 3 p.m. yesterday candle. We have that support. That's a low high and a lower low. When we break through, you come back up and it's a support block. Beautiful support sitting there with all this price action previously. So we again, what did I tell you about wiping out liquidity? I'm only taking trades if it has taken out liquidity. And sure enough, this price takes out liquidity here and I don't take the trade. And I end up missing it. Why do I not take this trade? Why? Because I don't trust it. Let's put it that way. I don't just trust it. And I'm not going to be involved. And because this is just way too much floating area, but it ended up being a very great support area. Anyways, I missed that and I start to see all these candles push up. When we get here, I said, okay, we're going to expand. We're going to expand for another leg. I said, I'm going to be a part of this leg. How can I be a part of it? This is how I do it. And I normally don't take these trades, but I understand price action. I understand what they're doing. They're not going to do a triple top here and then sell off. They're pushing up here to do what? They're coming with my understanding of yesterday. If you watch yesterday's video, we were Remember the sell that I took? Watch yesterday's video so this makes sense. This price action right here, remember the lower highs that they were creating that was really tough to catch, but it was all lower highs and that built liquidity. You could see it right here, right? I've got this highlighted. You can't miss it. That's where I caught that sell. Let me delete this. You see it, right? All these lower highs. Well, I'm like, we're going for a leg up and we're going to take out some of this liquidity up here. Plus, what do we got? We have a fucking previous week gap. We have the open of last week. It's sitting on my chart. Is it sitting on yours? So I knew that was a target, but I took the trade up to here because I just couldn't hang on and I wanted to be done and didn't care if it hit it or not. Wasn't trying to be right. But anyways, when the price pops up here. So once the price is right here and we pushed up, I'm not thinking of a sell here. You see all this push up like that with these candles, every single bullish candle closing, never breaking itself. All right, I know it's buying from here. So what I get confirmation, pushes up right here, retraces back into these two down candles, which is the 1104 and 1105. And then guess what? We get this little swing low right here. You get the 1109. It creates this indecisive candle, but it's really top heavy, right? And then sure enough, this 1110, it pushes down, creates that beautiful low, very similar to that right there I was talking about, right? And then when the momentum of it pushing up, that's when I get filled in right here. Let me show you the trade. So then I don't know why it's blurry. I was trying to screenshot it so fast but I guess it made it fucking pixelated. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Anyways, point is, you can see here the logic. All right, price went up, retraced. Then this candle right here pushes up. All right, and then closed. I ended up getting filled right here on the next candle right here. So momentum pushing up. Where am I going with this? Look to your left. We have already swept all that liquidity that I was talking about. I have an option to hold it for this, but I say no. I'm on the oversold area. If you look at the 15-minute, I'm bumping against this up candle. I said, nope, I'm good. Take it out. Done for the day. I got my 3 trades. I got my nice base hits. And I was also a little upset for the day because I dropped the ball so many times. And I missed this trade right here. And my psychology was playing with me. And I was just like, man, bro, like I should know better. The execution was bad. It was still good, but the management of my stop loss, I'm hard on myself. It is what it is. But because of that, I just needed to be done because, for me to hustle these 3 trades that I did, it did take some work. It wasn't hard, but remember, what do all these trades have in common? They all have a basis of liquidity getting swept, period. Obviously being on the right side of the market with the bias and understanding where your liquidity is to the left. Sure enough, where did we go? Look at this shit. Man, I couldn't believe they had this big, beautiful sell and buy today, man. I stopped right here. All right, I was done right here. But what did it do? 3 more drives. So that was drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. When it hit drive 3, it also had its own 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. And where are we at? We are at the lunchtime. Pay attention to all of this, dude. Write this shit down. Go back test this stuff. We're sitting at that gap. We're sitting at a reversal time of the lunch close. What I like to have done is held this till lunch, but again, I don't want to fuck around and find out. I don't care. All right. Anyways, look, as you can see this. Then we get this candle right here. This 1203 pushes down, nice and balanced there. Breaks those little lows right there. No big deal. But the way it is speakering out, you can see the change of hands right there. We used to call it. Pops right in. Price pops right into that 1203 candle. And boom, what does it do? Now, if I was to participate, and I wish I did, to be honest, but it's okay. When the price left here, my minimum target would have been this low right here. Minimum. All right. And by the way, I also caught this little piece up right here from here to here. I did snipe that, by the way. I don't take a picture of every little trade I took, but this is the one trade that I don't screenshot, but it came right into here with this imbalance. I wanted to make an extra 1,000 or something, so I just took that real quick and I was done. But anyways, that came into this imbalance right here, this 1114. See, I'm not going to draw it out loud. You're probably like, dude, just draw it. I'll be here all day, man, if I was to literally mark out every single thing of the day, bro. So 24 minutes. Oh my god, dude. So anyways, price shot down. I would have took it minimum to here, only because there's a liquidity piece right there. And or now this is if you got balls to hold it, this equal lows here. Look at this pool that we were discussing. They came down below it. Oh, by the way, when we made this low right here and we tagged it underneath there, take a look at the 15-minute. We ended up getting into that imbalance right there. See that? And we didn't seal it, but we tapped in it. See that? That's explaining this buy right here, by the way. But I wasn't a part of that. I ended up buying it right there. Anyways, it's way too long. So price came down, swept that pool right there, got into these last 2 down candles right here, adding this nice support. And all the breakout artists are for sure out of the picture, which is where, see this candle right here? See this 10:01. So the 10 o'clock news pushed up, by the way, retraced, and it was off. But look, they came back to the data right there. Look how they coincidentally came right there. So if you were using this as a confirmation to push up and retrace and buy from here, just how I just took this trade, notice how they came conveniently right to that, right? So you could also took this sell to this area as well for the same purpose of saying, okay, well, the people who made the money, who made money recently, and let's take them out. Especially the lazy traders like this, which is, I'm not calling it lazy, it's just an idea. You know, they come and they swept this, right? So anyways, that being the case, then look, guess what happens? Man, beautiful buy. You got an inversion imbalance right here on the 104 candle, pushes up, off to the races, using this candle as support right here. As you can see, I'm not going to draw this all out. Pushes up, boom, comes and takes out that high. Now we're fucking bullish. So we have, now here's the thing. I know I made this video long. According to what my protocol I was talking about, we did come down here. We tapped here. We took them out. Now the goal is to come up here by July 1st. So it looks like possibly that we're already in that motion right now. So, you know, I don't know if we come down again for some news event to come down, because technically we're using this as resistance right now, this price action level right here. So can it easily roll over? Yes, we got a nice oversold area bouncing up. We're at the 50%. Can it come back down? Yeah, but my guess is that like now it's gonna start higher highs, higher lows back up to get up to here for by the time July 1st rolls around, which we're Tuesday, so we only have 3 more trading days in the month, technically. So I don't see it visiting back down here anymore. So retracing higher highs and higher lows is what I'm seeing. Also, you had a nice divergence on NAS when that 1 o'clock p.m. session. Pre-session started to kick, the pre-PM session started to kick. Look at that higher low right there. You got lower lows here, lower lows here. I wasn't involved, but man, dude, this sell and this buy was so beautiful, bro. Oh my God. And then we had a divergence here, nice little divergence. You could have sold here at the lunchtime as well. You had higher highs here, and you had lower highs and lower highs here. So nice little divergence work there. And then dollar decided to push up here at the 10 o'clock, but then stalled. So this was the high of the day. And then they started coming down the rest of the day. That's what pushed us. When this started coming down, I started pushing us up, right? So, yeah, man, I mean, we're dollar's kind of petering out a little bit, but, man, I'm rough day for me. Not rough. It was profitable. You know, I'm still proud of myself in every sense of the way, but oh my God. One thing I will tell you though is, you know, these trades here, one thing, you know, I'm not telling you to push your edge, but I will tell you this. It's like you also want to, how can I put this? If you stick with it, like, you know, let's just say, and I do this all the time, right? Like, trust your analysis, but like, even if I was to have stick with the day of trading, I'm not saying for you to trade all day. I'm not saying it's wise either, but if you notice, like, if you stuck with the day and realized that this situation was going on and you took that sell, it would have been a beautiful trade. When the price came down and swept that liquidity, I mean, if that's not screaming buy right here, this V, if that's not screaming buy, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, getting a pool like that and a reverse like that. I mean, knowing that you're gonna come and take these highs. Look at this is like, you know, 100 and something points, 100 and something points in each direction. Man, wow. But if you keep up with the day, believe it or not, you know, you'll find another setup. All these different things I'm talking about are all different setups. What setups works for you? What setup do you like? Only reason why I'm saying it like this is because, yo, man, like, if you sit on your hands and you wait for liquidity to get taken, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you understand different areas. I'm not promoting over trading. Yes, you could trade this sell from here. You could get in from here. You can get in from here, from here, from here. I mean, many different ways to catch the trend. And it's, you know, obvious. Either we're speakering out, which is consolidating, speakering out manipulation, or we're trending. You know, there's only two ways I look at the market, and that's what frames my ideas. So it's what frames the success and all that. So I know I made this video way too long, 30 minutes. So I've mentioned everything I need to mention, and then also NVIDIA with gapping up here and then pushing up and holding prices. You can see that we've been retracing back. We pretty much wiped out a lot of these buyers here. As you can see, I was mentioning all these gaps here, remember? Well, this is the one that I really wanted to see, you know, get to. This fucking gap right here. This one, this area here, and this area here, but we fell short of it, right? But anyways, I was just talking about a retrace, but nice strength there. The top 10 stocks in the world are pretty much what's holding a majority of all this shit up. I mean, all these indexes up, right? So, but the forward motion here is also giving us a hint of going up, right? But anyways, this is where we're at. I've said enough. You guys take care. And oh, you know what? I wanted to mention this fucking yesterday. I keep forgetting, but you'll notice if you go watch yesterday's video, for example, like, I also see strength in the RSI from, for example, like when we were selling hardcore yesterday, right? Non-stop. Notice how the price action is in the 50% and lower half. See how it's bouncing up and down the 50% and the lower half? Well, this is also what gave me the confluence of keep going, you know, trading down. I use that in instances like this too. Like, this wasn't clean on the 5 minute here for this example, but on the 1 minute it was. This will be the last thing I say. But as you see here, well, this is not a good example either, but you'll see that like the price action is sitting up here. Yes, it dips underneath here, but if you take a look, they're really sitting up here, right? But it was a much better example yesterday. So you guys take care and God bless.